I recently turned 50. Not with a bang, but with a quiet sense of dread. For years, I chased stability, the perfect job, the right house, and I got it all. Yet, when I looked back, I realized something terrifying. My best years, they felt like ghosts. They belonged to the life I never dared to live. This isn't a video about money or career ladders. It's deeper. It's about the soul. It's about the silent cost of choosing safe every single time. And I wonder, are you facing the same 5 regrets that silence stole from me? The first regret is the one we, in our younger years, are most ready to throw away. It's the one thing that truly connects us.
We all believe we're too busy, too focused on the climb. I certainly did. I'll call them back when the project is over, I told myself. I'll reconnect when I have something to show for myself. That was 20 years ago. The project ended, I got promoted, and the silence only grew. The real tragedy of ambition isn't failing to reach the top. It's reaching the top alone. Those friends, Liam, who became a chef, and Sarah, who started a nonprofit, they were the fabric of my early life. They were my true north. But I treated them like an optional expense, something I could budget back in later. You know, the cost of declining that simple coffee back then turned into decades of regret. It's a reminder that relationships aren't static. They need maintenance, not just milestones. And now, trying to text them feels awkward, almost artificial. The tie wasn't broken by a fight. It was severed by my own quiet neglect.
I always saw them as mom and dad. The people who paid the bills, the advice givers, the constants. I thought they were always just there. It never occurred to me that they were once just people, navigating their 20s with the same fear and fire I had. I knew their resume. I never knew their epic journey. I asked them about my future, but I rarely asked them about their past. What was the wildest risk they took? How did they bounce back from their biggest failure? Where did they truly fall in love? Now they're gone, and all those rich, complicated, messy stories are locked away. I traded precious minutes of genuine human connection for what? Another hour of work? Another scroll on my phone? This regret is a sharp knife, reminding me that their silence is permanent now, a consequence of my own useful arrogance. Their wisdom wasn't written in a book, it was carried in their voices, and I didn't listen closely enough. How many times did I look at a picture of a foreign city or a remote hiking trail and tell myself, someday, when the timing is perfect, when the savings account is padded, when the kids are older, when I retire. I treated travel not as a vital part of life, but as a reward I hadn't yet earned. Now the savings are fine. The kids are grown, but the knees aren't. The body no longer moves with that youthful, reckless abandon. Time, the most brutal accountant of all, finally called in the debt. That adventure I put off in my 30s, it now requires twice the planning, twice the effort, and half the joy.
The truly terrifying part is that the adventures we fail to pursue often become completely impossible as we age. How many uncollected passport stamps are haunting your life? This regret is the heavy silence of a deferred map, reminding you that perfect timing is a myth. Time is the currency, not money.
This one is subtle, but it's deadly. We spend our 20s and 30s trying to signal success, conformity, and capability. We wear the right clothes, use the right jargon, and nod along in meetings, terrified of revealing the weird, passionate, slightly broken person underneath the veneer. I desperately wanted to be perceived as successful, so I learned to perform. I buried my eccentric hobbies, my love for obscure jazz, my unfinished novel, my desire to actually start a small farm because they didn't fit the corporate playbook. The world didn't ask me to be a copy, I volunteered. I wasted years editing myself to fit an expectation that didn't even belong to me. The cost? Losing the script of my own life. This is the exhaustion of constantly wearing a costume. It's a profound emptiness you only feel when the applause stops. And now for the fifth regret, the most painful ghost of all. Why? Because this one directly involves the person you love and rely on most.
We think of grand, dramatic mistakes leading to regret, the affair, the explosion, the failure. But the deepest ones are often built from tiny omissions. I stopped saying thank you for the small things. I stopped asking the deep question, are you truly happy? I stopped dating my wife. I replaced quality time with silent presence, assuming my stability was enough. I allowed the comfortable routine to swallow the romantic ritual. We lived in the same house, but we were miles apart, connected only by logistics and shared bills. This ghost doesn't haunt me because of what I did, but what I failed to do. Invest consistently in the person who invested everything in me. The bitter irony is that when I finally slowed down to appreciate her, the vibrancy of our youthful connection had faded into a gentle but distant companionship. This regret taught me that love is a verb, not a condition. So here are my 5 ghosts. The friends I abandoned. The parents' stories I missed. The journeys I canceled. The true self I hid. And the partnership I neglected. When you look at them closely, they all point to one crushing truth, a universal law of aging. The deepest, heaviest regrets in life are not the regrets of action, but the regrets of inaction. We fear failing, so we choose nothing. We fear rejection, so we choose silence. We fear uncertainty, so we choose routine. The things we did, even the mistakes, they become lessons, scars we wear with pride. But the things we didn't do, they become permanent holes in the fabric of our memory, leaving us wondering about a beautiful, alternate timeline we missed simply because we were afraid to take the first step. The ghost is not the past itself. The ghost is the potential of the past. But this realization isn't a funeral. It's a map. Regret shows you exactly what you value. It illuminates what truly matters: connection, authenticity, and experience. And the brilliant part? You still have time to start writing your future, not regretting your past.
So what do we do with these heavy lessons? We use them as fuel. We stop chasing the ghosts and start building new memories right now. It doesn't require a radical change. It requires radical intention. Here are 3 small, actionable steps I'm finally taking, and I challenge you to join me. Number 1, stop saying later. If an idea or a person sparks genuine joy, address it now. That spontaneous weekend trip? Book it. That long-lost friend? Send the text today. Number 2, ask the deep question. Every week, turn off the TV, put down the phone, and ask the person closest to you, tell me one thing about your past that I don't know. Just listen. Give their story space. Number 3, break one rule. Reintroduce one weird, forgotten part of yourself. Wear the loud shirt. Pick up the dusty guitar. Do something that makes the corporate version of you slightly uncomfortable. The true goal of aging isn't to live without regret. It's to ensure your future regrets are about the things you tried and failed at, not the things you let slip away in silence. This entire journey, these 5 regrets, scream one core truth. The regret of inaction is always heavier than the regret of failure. Now, let this lesson give you the courage to choose action.
The midlife ghost only has power if you let it live in your present. A lifetime of quiet compliance is not a life well lived. Go make some noise. Go make some mistakes. Go make some stories.
Thank you for joining us on this journey of reflection. We hope these timeless lessons help guide your own path to peace and fulfillment. If these stories resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe to Timeless Whispers for more wisdom tailored for your golden years, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next chapter. And tell us in the comments, what is the one thing you are most grateful for today? Until next time, take good care.